The movie kicks off with Dr. Daniela examining a body in pretty rough shape. She turns to her colleague and says, "This body is in terrible condition. I don't think it's in a good state at all." Her colleague just brushes it off though. "Don't worry," he says. "I'll do a thorough post-mortem. There's really no need for concern." Cut to Daniela visiting her friend Elizabeth. Now, Elizabeth is our main character, but strangely enough, she's locked away in a separate ward of a psychiatric facility. You're left wondering, why is she in there? Well, we're about to find out. Daniela asks her what on earth happened, and Elizabeth starts to explain. But before she dives in, she gives a warning. "It's hard to believe, Daniela, but since you asked, you have to promise to believe me." Daniela agrees, and the story begins. Elizabeth, a psychiatrist herself, tells her about a patient named Asa who rushed into her office one day. He wasn't just in a hurry, he was absolutely terrified. Asa drops a bombshell. He claims his father is actually a demon who wants to steal his soul. He explains that he suffers from seizures, and if he has 3 in a row, the third one allows his father to possess his body forever. That's the end goal. Elizabeth, being a woman of science, isn't buying it. "What are you talking about, Asa? I don't believe this for a second." But right then, Asa has a genuine seizure. Afterward, he starts acting bizarrely, even trying to flirt with her. Elizabeth shuts it down quickly. "I'm happily married. Come to your senses." She chalks it up to multiple personality disorder, or what some call bipolar personality, and sends him on his way. Later that night, Elizabeth tells her husband about the strange case, and he's supportive. The next morning, she decides to head over to Asa's house. She finds Ace's father there, and the man looks deathly ill. He asks for medicine, and being a doctor, Elizabeth gives it to him. He recovers almost instantly and goes back to reading these old books filled with drawings of terrifying creatures. When Elizabeth asks about them, he turns violent, attacks her, and draws blood from her finger. She's terrified by the look in his eyes and bolts. Behind her, the father takes her blood and puts it on the book, and the pages just soak it right up. Back at her office, a frantic Asa shows up again. "He's going to kill me soon if you don't do something. Only you can help me." Elizabeth tells him to go to the police, but he refuses, knowing they'll think he's crazy. She tells him to stay put while she checks things out, but when she returns, he's vanished. That night, Elizabeth gets a panicked call from Asa. "Come quickly! My father is about to kill me!" She rushes over and finds the father unconscious on the floor and Asa standing over him with a knife. Elizabeth tries to save the father with some pills, but Asa stops her. "Leave him alone! It's better if he dies." But Elizabeth can't do that. She's a doctor. She gives him the pills, and the father wakes up. He whispers something in Asa's ear, triggering another seizure. Suddenly, their souls are exchanged. Asa's soul is now trapped in his father's old, frail body, and the demon father is in Asa's young body. He moves toward Elizabeth, recites another spell, and boom! The father's soul enters Elizabeth's body. He realizes he feels much better in her body, but then he jumps back into Asa's. Elizabeth is reeling. Asa, in the father's body, tells her, "This is what I was trying to tell you." Elizabeth looks at the book and realizes the truth. He's a demon who can hop bodies just by reciting a spell. She notices the father's body with Asa's soul has disappeared, and while searching for him in the basement, the father appears, begging for help. Asa arrives and drops the darkest truth yet. The only way to kill the demon is to destroy the human host's brain. Elizabeth can't handle it. "It's too much!" She flees. She tells all of this to Daniela, even admitting that when the swap happened and the father was in Ace's body, he tried to get close to her, and she felt she made a mistake by not stopping him. Daniela is harsh. "I don't believe you. And second, you cheated on your husband. Are you just making this up to cover your tracks?" Elizabeth pleads with her. "No, it's the truth. Remember our deal. You said you'd believe me." The next day, the police show up. They want to know why Elizabeth was at Asa's house and how a fire started there. She claims she left before the fire, but she's clearly shaken. That night, she has a nightmare about the father in demonic form. Suddenly, the father who had locked himself in the basement casts a spell over the phone. Swap. He's in Elizabeth's body again, and Elizabeth is trapped in Asa's body. She calls Daniela for help, who thinks it's a prank at first but eventually shows up. In Elizabeth's body, the demon starts acting weirdly toward Elizabeth's husband. Then, the police return. Another swap happens. Elizabeth is back in her own body, relieved. The demon in Asa's body starts flirting with Daniela, but she leaves. Elizabeth, desperate to protect her husband, pushes him away. Then the demon, Asa, approaches her with a knife, taunting her to stab him. Elizabeth sees through the trick. She uses the reflection of the knife to hypnotize him, stabs him, and throws him out a window. Remembering the brain rule, she gets in her car, runs him over, and starts stabbing him repeatedly. That's exactly when the police arrive and arrest her. Back in the present, Daniela still doesn't believe her. Meanwhile, her colleague is starting the post-mortem on Asa's body and realizes, "It's still alive! The demon is still in there!" He performs one last soul swap, putting Elizabeth's soul into a half-dead body. Daniela finally figures it out and tries to help, but the father swaps into her body. Elizabeth tells her friend to kill him, and she tries, but he swaps again. In a final, cruel twist, the demon gets the friend killed, saves his own skin, and ends up in Elizabeth's body, free to do whatever he wants. See you in the next movie.